So they cut me off. Anyway, so he says, do your fucking job. And I never told her uncle. Her uncle's name was Sam. I don't know if he's still with us, but his name is Sam. I never told Sam about anything. So why would she have her uncle call? So I started to record the voicemails. And so I wrote down in 2013 when it kept escalating as much as I could remember of what happened. So at one point I wrote down in 2013 that in December 2011, after the harassing calls, after I was getting all these mysterious calls, that I changed my number and I was still getting calls. So at this point, I know it's connected to her because she would be the only person who would have my different telephone numbers, like my cell phone, my home phone, a backup cell phone. She would be the only person. And then my home address, like that, who else would have that? No one else. So then I called her, told her a business transaction, which I covered in a video, didn't work out in my favor. You know, this is goodbye. That's over. It's ended. Please don't contact me anymore. That's 2011. I wrote down December, but I wrote that down in 2013. So it might not have been right. But December 2011, I wrote as the date. I wrote it in 2013 that I called, said, please don't contact me. It's goodbye. The business transaction didn't work out the right way. And changed my number after that. That's 2011. So when I'm telling you guys we haven't been in contact with each other since 2011, that's true. So they wanted to say, well, isn't that confusing? You said that as of October 2011, when she wrote she won't contact you, that was when you guys went no contact. Exactly. That was when we were supposed to, there should have been no more calls after that. And there were. And so I don't have the paper right next to me, but I had, as of December, I had to put an end to it permanently, 2011. So no contact after that. And so they're saying, well, that's not true. It is. If you listen and stop talking 24/7, I think what happens is this 24/7 talking is messing with their heads. I at least get a little break because I try to sleep. But they're not sleeping. They're not figuring this out. Why me? Why are you so obsessed with me? We're not related. We haven't been in school together since 1987. We didn't attend school together. Now there's one exception. There's no exception to that. It was 1987. What is it that you're so invested in me? You already proved that I didn't get these dreams. How they prove I didn't get these dreams is because my memory doesn't match the dreams. So what is it that they wanted from me? And they said they wanted to bring me down. And that is it. That really is the bottom line. They wanted to bring me down. They lied and said my cousin's cousin, who was my mother's friend, didn't like me. That is a lie. Nobody would want you around if they don't like you. Only these types of people. My mother's cousin's friend, my mother's first cousin. Does that make sense? My mother's first cousin's first cousin not only wanted me around, she was kind to me. And I'm not understanding why she passed on. I believe she passed on in 2009 or 2010. She would never have, listen, somebody black must be on this talking thing because that person's saying something that I hear. Someone said something along the lines, I can't hear exactly anymore, that black people aren't fake, something like that. That black people aren't fake like that. Exactly. I'm trying to explain to people who clearly don't get. I would never do this to somebody at all, but definitely not someone I don't like. I wouldn't waste my time and energy because let me point this and fix this. So they just lied and said, didn't you try to shame her by saying you had to give her? No, I did not. That's a lie. Okay, here's a lie again coming out of their mouths. Black people, we're not like that. If we don't like someone, we don't want that person anywhere near us. I don't know. I'll tell you the truth. If I feel like if I don't like you, like this is what I'm doing with my hands, that can't be in my life. Like I can't even express what this means. It means go away. You're toxic to me. You're gonna ruin things for me. It's not jinx. It's not superstitious. It's vibes going back to frequency. It's the wrong frequency for my life. It's someone said hallelujah, I think. It's the wrong frequency. It's the wrong energy. It means what you're gonna give in my life is not gonna be for my benefit. you're going to, if I don't like you or you do something to me that makes me feel like you are out there to get me, you're going to bring the wrong thing into my life. You're not going to come with the positive energy. You're not going to come with kindness. What they were trying to lie on, and I know it's a lie anyway, was that they claimed I was like that to people. I wasn't. When, and that's the sad part. The sad part is, this is happening to me and I'm getting sick and I'm going through all of this stuff, and all this good stuff happened in my life when I was around certain people, and all the bad stuff happened in my life when I was around other people. I understand it now, that the good can't come from all this bad with the bad people. Good can come from bad with good people, or people who are supposed to bring good. If I had to do this to anybody's life, so they said they expected me to tell stories about them. I can tell stories about myself that explains everything. If the good comes from a good experience, it's because it was the experience that was good. The people in the experience were good. This could have, this could have been avoided. They thought I would say this could be a good thing. It's never a good thing to make people experience psychiatric symptoms. In talking to people about this in real life, not in on the internet, and they know the truth, and they're saying the same thing I am, and that's the sad part. They thought they even said it out loud. Those people would take their side. They'll never take their sides. They'll never take their sides. But in going over these things and showing you proof, and I'll continue to do that, because as I'm packing, I can kind of like touch things and say, oh, this is what happened, or that's what happened. In going over these things, I can tell you that a good situation can come from any interaction, but it has to start with good people. And the good people won't treat you like this publicly. They said, well, if this was out loud, yes, once it's out loud, then I can talk about it freely. They said they thought I wouldn't mention names. It's out loud. If it's out loud, you've already mentioned the names. At least I could put a whole story to these things. So they said, if they could come up with one instance. Well, that isn't the same. That's not the same instance. And the reason why it's so important that that happened that way, they said, well, if I talk to someone on the phone, or I put Felisha on the phone with someone, let me pause this for one moment. So I just want to quickly show you. This is from London. This is me and my mom in London. So you can see they were like, "Oh, this was such a bad experience for you." No, it wasn't. This is my mom in front of Buckingham Palace. This is my mom in Vegas when we went to Vegas. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not coming up clear, but that's my mom. So anyway, so here, this is the two of us, and the woman we went with, I said her name is Deborah Daniels, took this picture. Look how miserable we look. We're so smiling, and we had fun. There were, it's hard traveling with people that you don't really travel with, but we had a good time. And at this point, they said they lied and said I wasn't showering, because I clearly did shower. The first time I was in the shower, it leaked, and we moved rooms because of that. So therefore I did shower. And then the second time, it steamed up the bathroom. So I was showering. And then it was times when I came out with a towel on after showering. So they know that was a lie, but they said it wasn't supposed to be my memory. It's supposed to make me look bad. So they said they had someone, uh, they put us in a room where they could see into the bathroom. Again, you're going to say you committed a crime to accuse me of not showering. Like, how do these people function in life? You accuse me of not showering by admitting you were like committing a crime and looking in on the bathroom, which you clearly knew I was showering. So anyway, that's kind of weird to me. But that goes back to, they said, it goes back to the accusation that they said I can never say I never went out without showering. But at 50 years old, I would never say that anyway. um I don't understand when that would have come up. I don't know what they just said, but I don't know when that would have, like, I don't think anybody I know could ever say that, because I, again, for years, some things over the years have changed. it, most of us would never say that anyway. And people bathe, people do wash ups in the morning. I don't even understand. Like, this is like some weird thing that I don't get.